Do you hear that? That steady stream of artillery being slung unmercifully through the air? That is the sound of the Atlanta-class light cruiser, the Fire Starter. Capable of flinging 17,600 pounds of shells per minute, 8 Atlantas were commissioned between 1941 and 1945. Armed with 8 dual 5-inch guns, the Atlantas had some pretty fearsome-looking teeth. Not only that, they were the only cruisers commissioned during World War II to be armed with torpedo tubes. Supplementing the guns and torpedoes was a robust anti-aircraft defense. With all those guns, you would think the Atlantas fared well in World War II. However, this was not the case. In surface combat, the Atlantas performed poorly. The only 2 that engaged in ship-to-ship combat, the Atlanta and Juno, were lost. The rest were mainly used as fleet screening on account of their excellent anti-aircraft capabilities. In World of Warships, the ship itself handles somewhere between a destroyer and a cruiser, which is fitting being a light cruiser. It's fast, agile, and has the ability to provide continual harassing fire against enemy ships. First, here are the cons of the Atlanta. The Atlanta has fairly weak armor. If you find yourself outmatched in a 2-on-1 or 3-on-1 battle, it's best you run. The range of the guns on the Atlanta has a lot to be desired as well, topping out at only around 11 kilometers. At 5 inches, those guns aren't the most powerful either, and are quite brittle. Lastly, the torpedoes only have a range of 4.5 kilometers, so they're nearly pointless as you can only use them in the most dire circumstances or if you catch the enemy by complete surprise. So now for the good. The rate of fire on the Atlanta is insane. This is the main reason you are using the Atlanta. It's to sling a continual, steady stream of hot steel. As I mentioned, the Atlanta is fast, topping out at just under 33 knots. It has excellent AA to protect yourself and others from aircraft. While I mentioned the Atlanta's torpedoes as a con, the fact that it even has them is a pro, and adds to further versatility for the ship. Any torpedoes are better than no torpedoes. So how do you play the Atlanta? The Atlanta is not a first strike ship. Don't go charging into battle. Stick with your battleships and heavy cruisers. Provide them AA support and let them get into the mix. When they do, that's when you strike. Take on the ships that are preoccupied and can't fight back, and then drive them crazy with a steady stream of fire. Don't use AP shells. Your guns are small, so there's no point. Those 5-inch guns are what you find on destroyers. The Atlanta excels with HE and is a fire lighting machine. It's fairly easy to light a ship on fire from bow to stern with the Atlanta and keep it lit until it sinks. Watch as you string together 75, 100, and 150 hit combos on enemy ships, setting them ablaze in the process. It's an absolute riot playing the Atlanta, and if you can keep her alive an entire round, there's no reason you shouldn't land well over 150 hits per round. I find the Atlanta highly enjoyable and definitely worth a look. You get all the capabilities of a destroyer and a more survivable body with an array of guns that'll make anyone smile. The Atlanta lives up to the city's moniker of Hotlanta. Use it to set the world on fire. The Atlanta is currently available as a pre-order premium ship. It'll set you back approximately $40, but it'll provide you with a bunch of extras. Sub and stay tuned for more ship reviews and guides in the future. Zoup out.